Say, man, welcome to the War Zone. And, I'm your host, the Five Star Joe. It's the Crunkest Show in social media history. I did away with the music because I take a portion of my program and I put on my podcast, talk that from a conservative perspective. So, I'll start dropping a link for that and you can tune in to me just talking the way I talk. Say, man, I'm here tonight because I know it's almost that time. It's almost early voting in the state of Texas, and it's time for us to make some crucial decisions. And hopefully we don't get it wrong this time. Hold on, let me change the privacy settings on this thing. All right. Hold on, let me. I just think that tonight I just want to talk about a lot of stuff that I see out there, and how African American voters are continuously being bamboozled because they believe that they can turn water into wine. Some of these politicians, and the whole time they just getting you drunk off the rhetoric. They're getting you drunk off the rhetoric. So, I want some comments tonight. We're going to have an interactive conversation in regards to what are black people getting for their vote. You saw what I said, not a goddamn thing. They're not getting nothing. A few years ago, there was a presidential election, Joe Biden versus Donald Trump. Mike Pence was the vice president. Kamala Harris was running on the ticket with Joe Biden. And Joe couldn't seem to get it right, trying to get the nomination until Jim Clyburn from South Carolina was able to pull that off for him. And after that, you saw something that just turns my stomach because I knew it was going to happen. You saw Kamala Harris, who was on the ticket with Biden, start coming to the black community in her chucks and her pearls, and had y'all going to the polls believing that this woman was the second coming of something good. And ever since she was voted into the White House as the first African American woman to be vice president, first woman to be vice president, you ain't heard a damn thing from Kamala Harris. Now I want y'all to think about that. Who got out there and bust your behind for, especially all you sororities, fraternity brothers. And you see how fast this lady turned her back on the African American community. All the promises that was made. She was better than Joe. I will say that because she basically told you she wasn't going to do nothing individually for African Americans. And a lot of people are like, well, that shouldn't happen. Well, there are other ethnicities in this country that get things done for their communities and for their ethnicities that African Americans can't seem to get done for us. But who are we to blame? Are we to blame the Republicans, or are we to blame white politicians? No, it's our own African American politicians that are bamboozling us. Now, you didn't hear me tell you vote Republican. I'm telling you how I feel as an African American man. And I didn't expect any African American politician to do anything for my community because they never do. The lies keep coming. The Dr. King's dreams, are brought up during election time. And there's always an excuse as to why nothing could be done. Now, I find that strange this last election cycle because the Democrats control every facet of government. Congress, the Senate, and the White House. And they couldn't get anything done for African Americans. So now you have to go out there in this midterm election, you have to make some crucial decisions. So are you going to vote on the basis of your skin color, or are you going to go look for the best politician to sit in the seat and help your community? Well, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to research every single politician because I don't give a damn about their color. I just need you to get the job done. And that's all it boils down to with me. But a lot of us, we have fallen prey, at least for the last 60, almost 70 years, believing the local Negro pastor, believing the activists, believing the celebrities, believing the athletes. This is who we need to vote for. Now, most of these people who are telling you who to vote for, they're not even in your tax bracket. The people they're telling you to vote against, they use those same tax laws that they use to get the tax breaks that they get. So they don't really give a damn. A lot of these people are paid to say the things that they say in order to entice African Americans to vote a certain way. Now, the rest of you ethnicities out there, you should be very afraid because none of you can seem to win an election without the black vote. And a lot of y'all never set foot in the black community until you need that vote. You never set foot in the black church until you need that vote. So do you really think that those politicians that show up at those churches ain't lining those pastors' pockets? If you believe that not to be true, you're crazy. So they want to get their congregations to vote for these people who mean no good to a set of people who have been demoralized for centuries. You guys have a great night.